The eviction notice was nailed to my grandmother's door before. Her funeral flowers had even begun wilting under the harsh summer sun. Neighbors peeked through curtains as television vans lined our quiet suburban street, hungry for scandal and spectacle. Brenda Holloway stood perfectly poised beside the mailbox, smiling like she had already won something precious. She claimed my grandmother violated landscaping codes involving rosebushes planted 3 decades before her arrival. But those roses were never truly the issue behind her sudden legal aggression. My grandmother Sophia bought this brick house in 1989 after working relentless double shifts as a county nurse. She never missed a tax payment, HOA due, or city inspection in over 30 years. Brenda moved into Lakeside Terrace only 2 years ago, preaching modernization and rising property values. Within months, she began issuing citations for mailbox colors, curtains, and harmless garden decorations. 3 elderly widows quietly sold their homes after relentless fines drained their savings. When Sophia passed peacefully in her sleep, Brenda accelerated her campaign without hesitation. She introduced mysterious architectural compliance fees allegedly approved during a private winter board meeting. No homeowner received formal notice, ballots, or even email alerts about amendments. The eviction notice demanded immediate payment or foreclosure proceedings would begin swiftly. Grief quickly turned into something colder, sharper, and determined inside me. My name is Daniel Reyes, and that house holds every childhood memory I treasure. I requested official copies of the newly amended bylaws and board meeting minutes. Brenda responded with vague emails referencing internal approvals and clerical oversight excuses. That inconsistency was the first crack in her polished public authority. So I contacted Melissa Grant, a nonprofit governance attorney known for dismantling corrupt boards. Melissa demanded certified records, financial statements, and signature authentication logs immediately. What we received was a timeline riddled with suspicious digital alterations. Several board signatures appeared inserted weeks after the alleged approval date. 2 members later admitted they never attended any such amendment meeting. The deeper we dug, the uglier the picture became. Meanwhile, Brenda plastered fluorescent violation stickers across my grandmother's windows publicly. Neighbors watched awkwardly as gossip spread faster than actual facts. Local realtors quietly circulated whispers about potential redevelopment opportunities nearby. Financial statements revealed consulting payments to a property acquisition advisory firm. That firm specialized in assembling contiguous lots for luxury condominium construction. My grandmother's house sat directly between 2 recently vacated properties. At the preliminary hearing, Melissa projected enlarged timelines across courtroom screens. She demonstrated amendments were filed only days after Sophia's passing intentionally.
How the judge questioned Brenda about mandatory homeowner notification procedures required by state law.
Her answers contradicted documented emails and official filing times. Board members testified under oath that digital signatures were added without consent. Email metadata confirmed document edits occurred long after recorded meeting dates. The so-called emergency amendments mirrored language from the advisory firm's proposals. What began as rosebush violations now resembled coordinated real estate fraud. Courtroom murmurs echoed as the narrative shifted dramatically. Reporters gathered outside, sensing corruption unraveling before cameras. I spoke calmly, emphasizing accountability over personal vengeance. Inside, the judge ordered a comprehensive forensic audit of association records. Investigators uncovered additional falsified compliance citations targeting elderly homeowners. Patterns of intimidation aligned perfectly with redevelopment, purchase timelines. Community attendance doubled at the next HOA meeting under growing suspicion. Residents demanded transparency, independent oversight, and immediate leadership resignation. Brenda attempted reframing herself as visionary misunderstood by resistant traditionalists. Projected emails dismantled that narrative within minutes of public review. Silence fell heavier than any shouted accusation across the clubhouse. A motion for immediate removal passed by overwhelming majority vote. Interim leadership contacted county authorities regarding documented forgery and fraud evidence. Subsequent investigations expanded into the advisory firm's regional projects. Several developments paused pending review of similar amendment manipulations. Civil complaints were filed by multiple displaced elderly homeowners. Months later, restitution funds reimbursed families pressured into selling prematurely. New bylaws mandated recorded votes, certified notices, and transparent amendment procedures permanently. Lakeside Terrace slowly rebuilt trust through cautious, collaborative governance reforms. I restored the brick exterior and carefully replanted every rosebush. Each bloom season now symbolizes vigilance, protecting community dignity. Brenda faced charges for document falsification, fraud, and coercive intimidation. Her once polished smile vanished beneath courtroom scrutiny and public accountability. The advisory firm dissolved quietly after federal investigators expanded inquiries. My grandmother's home remains exactly where her hard work placed it. Sometimes justice does not shout, it patiently documents and prevails. Grief made me vulnerable, but evidence made me formidable. Power without transparency eventually collapses under its own deception. Roses still bloom defiantly against manicured expectations of control. Would you have surrendered quietly, or fought back like I did? Because sometimes the smallest garden hides the strongest roots.